I fell in love with this keyboard and you will too. Just look at this keycaps and this cloud-like bounce and sounds amazing. Welcome to the channel where I test tech the way you'd actually use it. No hype, no sugarcoat, just straight up facts. This is Santa and you're watching Santa XP. In this video we'll review KiiBOOM's latest launch of Phantom81 Lite mechanical keyboard, which comes with a great packaging and some stickers, manual, accessories, braided cable, keycap puller and 4 extra switches and 6 extra keycaps. They are pretty. Dust cover, microfiber cloth and the keyboard itself. Now this is a very pretty looking keyboard with a glossy ABS casing, and on the back side we can clearly see a shiny surface with flippy feet and a dongle storage, and the toggle switch is on the top left. Let's also take a quick look at their product page. South facing LEDs, KiiBOOM linear mochi switch, hot swap socket, plate mounted stabilizers, a good vibrant mix of RGB and VIA QMK compatible, 4000 mAh battery. Now let's talk about the internals. It's a gasket mounted structure with about 5 layers of sound dampenings. Now let's power on this keyboard to check out some of the RGB effects, and not gonna lie, these RGBs are quite neat and very bright. Also the mochi switch have a transparent housing, so that also complements the light dispersion on this keyboard, which is quite neat. This keyboard is also VIA compatible, which is a browser based software, so you don't need to download any software from any other site. Go to this website, connect to your keyboard and start making changes. Change macros, change lightings, anything you want on the go. Now to inspect the internals of this keyboard, we start by switching it to the USB mode and taking off the keycaps. It's a bit time consuming, so I'm just gonna do editing magic. Also, these are MOA profile PPT dice up keycaps, which are a bit roundish and sit flat on the board. Here's a quick comparison with your regular cherry profile keycaps. And the stabilizers are really good, they don't rattle and are well maintained and looped. And we repeat the magic trick with switches. And the very first thing you'll notice is that the sandwich form is filling all the gaps on the keyboard. Usually keyboards have a form cut pieces at this empty gap under the spacebar, but KiiBOOM covered all this entire space with the form and left enough space only for the stabs. A huge W move in my opinion. To open up this keyboard, we need to pry open the case from sides, and it's a screwless design, which I personally don't enjoy because it's very difficult and can leave permanent damages to the board when taking apart. But surprisingly, due to this positioning of the locks, I was able to open this keyboard in under 1 minute, and which was very impressive because usually plastic lock keyboards takes about 40-50 minutes to open, but it only took me about a minute to open this keyboard. We will see how easily it is to reattach the keyboard, but for now opening is quite easy to do. After opening the top frame, we see these gaskets and silicone walls, which is really impressive. Silicone walls basically covers the entire frame of the keyboard from the sides. Now when we lift the top plate, we encounter 3 foam layers and some interesting mechanics. Starting from the bottom, we have our base silicone layer with extended walls. Then we have this layer of foam, which I'm not a fan of, and many other keyboards uses similar foam with socket holes, which basically makes it useless, but at least this one is intact. And we also have our 4K mAh battery chilling here. Now there are these tiny springs which goes into these sockets, and the gaskets land on top of it, which provides an excellent bouncy feel. And then we have our most favorite, most loved Poron foam with socket cutouts and is glued to the PCB itself. Let me try to change the angle and show you from a different side. So from this side we can see we have two layers of cotton foams, and then we have our PCB, and the Poron is glued to the PCB itself. Basically 5 layers of sound dampenings in total. Since I already like how this keyboard sounds, I won't add any extra foam layers for now, and simply connect any loose wire cables and carefully place our gaskets on top of these springs. And guys, check this bounce. Now this toggle switch part is the part which breaks very easily during this process. So instead of keeping this at center, we keep it at the extreme corner and we place the top frame carefully on top of it, because it can break very easily. Once we hear our first click, then we can move around and close all the other locks of this case. Now simply put back the switches like this. Add back keycaps and finished. Now in my opinion, this is a great keyboard with great design and amazing sound out of the box, and comes in a good packaging as well, with hot swap PCB and good wireless connectivity, featuring amazing gasket performance and VIA support, with bright RGB effects and adding a combination of 5 layers of sound dampenings, which can be modded easily if needed. Now although opening and closing this case is comparatively easy, but it's still plastic with screwless design, which can lead to permanent damages if something goes south. Now there are 5 sound absorption layers, which is one less from what's mentioned on the product page, which I have also highlighted to the KiiBOOM support as well. Now on the other side it's 105 USD. I think it's pretty okay for the keyboard, but if it's anything less than 100 USD, don't think twice. Now if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down which keyboard you would like me to review next, and I'll see you in the next video.